Electro and Bono Movie Power Hour. You know what? Where's Hawk at? Listener discretion advised. Pansy.
Electro and Bono Movie Power Hour. I am Electro, of course, here with my brother from another mother, Bono.
What's cracking, y'all?
He's back again.
You know what it is?
Yeah, man.
We're back to October, dude.
Fuck yes. And, last time this year, we were doing the Spooktacular. Probably not going to get that deep in it this time, but you know what? We got to cover a spooky movie, and that's what we're going to do.
Was it spooky, though?
I think it was, actually, to be honest with you. And I was watching it last night. I threw it on last night. We're talking about Malignant.
Okay.
Of course. The new movie out on HBO Max. By the time this is released, it probably won't be on HBO Max anymore. It only has a few days left, but it's one of those, say, release date, add movie theater things that's been happening. New James Wan movie. We've been covering James Wan on this fucking show kind of recently. We did The Saw, Conjuring. We've already been doing the Spooktacular, bro. I've been covering some spooky shit. Are you kidding?
It was fitting, too, because, they launched it out, and they're like, okay, horror peaking right now, new wave type shit. So I saw this preview on YouTube.
Yeah.
My buddy was like, yo, dude, check this shit out. Like, this is a new thing. And I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
However, that preview does look pretty cool.
I was not a fan of that trailer.
What?
I'm not going to lie to you. So, again, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan, motherfucker, okay? I'm a big fan of James Wan as a director. Saw. There's some things that haven't aged well in that movie, but the overall concept is pretty good. And you see the beginnings of a good director there. And then he went on to make an Insidious, which I think is one of the best horror movies in a long time.
Right.
Well, for me, some people are probably going to be outraged that I said that. But Insidious, for a PG-13 movie that I expected nothing from when I went to see it in the theater, blew me away and scared the fuck out of me.
Well, that's also part of this whole thing too, right? Because of movies like that, Insidious and Conjuring, and what would be another one, like Paranormal Activity. Paranormal Activity is going to release something new too.
Yeah, there's like 8 of those too.
That's
already.
what I'm saying. Like, we're used to this franchise-style horror, like how it used to be with Nightmare on Elm Street or Jason or that type of stuff. So when a movie like this comes out, everyone's like, oh, it's breaking the norm. Well, what the fuck's our norm?
Well,
Paranormal Activity?
This is very interesting. All right, so going back to, you saw the trailer, you liked it, right?
Yeah.
I'm a big James Wan fan, and then I heard that he was going to make another scary movie. I'm like, whatever. He just did Aquaman. Seems like he's kind of trying to go a different direction, but he's going back to horror. Fuck it. And then it's like, oh, the new trailer's out. I was like, okay, let's pop it on. And then I watched the trailer and I was like, oh shit, this looks kind of bad. Like, the CG looked really bad. I'm not saying that I wouldn't watch another. Obviously I watched it, but he's making another scary movie about a chick in a house. It's like, how many times he's gonna do it? Whatever, I'll watch it. Why not? You've done it great before. Why the hell not? But that trailer, I was like, ugh, I don't know. I was weary of it, but still I was gonna watch it just because it was James Wan. So yeah, that's like my initial reaction to it. You thought the trailer was good.
So that's the thing too, right? It starts off with the picture because it says, hey, this is the official trailer or whatever for this movie.
The poster's pretty fucking awesome.
Really dope. Red, single color, looks fucking great with the dagger, But when you see that and you see Malignant, those of us who know, is a cancer thing, right? So automatic, it's like, oh shit, is this gonna do a fucked up cancer movie? That's a bold move there, sir.
Right.
I'm thinking maybe, okay, sure. And of course, in the beginning, it just straight goes for it and shows you everything. But when you think about that, like with malignant cancer, like some people act really erratic. So I thought it was going to be crazy because that was the thing.
Okay.
So it was like, what they were saying that the killing or the death in that movie was like super extreme. So I was expecting some like, not a fairy tale-esque thing, but someone losing their shit. You know what I mean? Like someone just becoming a fucking killer because of a malignant tumor.
That's
how I saw it.
Far better fucking idea. That's pretty cool. That's a cool concept. I should write that shit down.
All right. Listen up, James.
I like that. That's pretty cool.
That's not what that movie was about. But the crazy thing is like, okay, so it's an R. And like you said, those Insidious, and sure Conjuring is, but we don't get too many R's anymore.
No. Yeah, this is R. It's pretty hard R. The violence is pretty good, but it's nothing too crazy for me, you know. It seemed pretty tamer. Anyway, so we're excited. It's gonna come out on HBO Max, and then like 2 days before it comes out on HBO Max, I remember reading a review, and it was like pretty bad. Gave it like a 4 out of 10, and I was like, what?
Whoa.
And I think I read like the first couple of fucking sentences without giving anything away from the movie, and it was just like, what the hell? And I was like, okay, let me just stop reading this. And then one night, me and my brother Lalo, you know, we had a little bottle of whiskey going, couple fucking hits of marijuana.
We are in the fine state of California.
Absolutely,
so
we are.
100% legal.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Anyways, we popped it on, dude. And so I was pretty drunk when this was happening. I was excited to watch it. And it starts off cool. It goes into this building. I like how fucking cheesy, or like, you know, it's like this big, like fake ass, like castle like thing that doesn't exist.
On an island.
Yeah,
while a storm is
on a cliffside. You know how that it reminded me of like House on Haunted Hill or some shit.
You're
know?
right. You're right.
Like some cheesy ass like horror. Like, yeah, of course there's a mental asylum that you have to hike 3 miles up
in this
to.
Beautiful valley.
Isolated. Completely isolated. So I like that shot. It starts off with that, and I was like, ooh, I like that shot. It looks cool. And then you go right to like this doctor, and she's like, the acting in this movie to me is crazy. I think it's like really bad, but it's like, it's gotta be bad on purpose. I don't know.
It's full production bad. And okay, so like I was telling you about this fucking review, which to me, whatever. I'm sure a lot of people or a lot of users who are on IMDb take it seriously, because you're not just gonna sign up to a fucking movie review.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people do. But yeah.
But this one person says that this is a love letter to horror from those who love it. And I mean, he kind of makes sense, but what he's basically saying here in this, you know, winded fucking thing is that it's supposed to be crazy. It's supposed to be wild and not taken serious, because it's horror, like a Evil Dead type shit. You know what I mean?
Campy shit.
Yeah.
Cheesy ass, like made for TV movie or something that comes out on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, that comes from a channel, not even from a studio.
Exactly. And usually those movies are fun. Like, I like watching those movies because they're usually terribly acted. There's really bad special effects, bad acting. It's fun to watch just because of how bad it is. Right. I enjoy watching that shit.
Yeah, go into any fucking Spanish fucking channel. You'll see tons of movies that are really crazy.
And then their plots are like fucking out there. Like they're always, I love a good like shark fucking whatever movie, or like weird monster movie. Like I'm in. I'm in. This is gonna have bad CG. Before Sharknado, I know that kind of made it a little more mainstream for a fucking year or two.
Right.
But I always used to like to watch a sci-fi original and just trip out on this low budget shit.
Unlike that shit, I guess maybe not, because me ate it up. I was like, okay, well, cool. The tagline for this fucking movie is a new vision of terror.
Yeah.
It doesn't even say like anything else. It's like, what the fuck, are you giving yourself the credit?
Well, with the new,
patting your own back there.
Well, with that poster and that fucking saying, I'd be like, oh shit, this is gonna be fucking nuts. You know?
Right. But like I was saying, it's like Sharknado doesn't take itself seriously like that.
No.
So, but to say a new vision of terror is a pretty far miss from what the fuck you delivered with
that's
Juan.
What's interesting with the trailer and the way this was presented and the movie that it is. It is kind of a horror movie for like the first 30 minutes of the movie. It's creepy.
Yeah.
Like it is basically like Insidious or Conjuring-y.
Okay, you're living true to that old school shit that you know already gets us. No one, doesn't matter who you are. You see some ghosty shit with some shadow play, you're gonna feel a little weird. It felt good to feel scared, but the way he was the way he was doing it with the fucking camera work, I was just like, dude,
amazing.
This dude is fucking legit.
Yeah, like there's a shot, it's like in the middle of the night with the husband played by Jake Abel. And he's sleeping on the couch, and the camera goes from like, it's like moving around on the floor, I think, and it goes to the couch, and then it just kind of goes over him and shit. And it's just like, that's cool, like inventive or stylish fucking filmmaking that makes the film good to watch. It's visually pleasing, like the shots and shit.
The outside shot of like showing the house. That's the thing that he does. It's like super wide shot where you see the entire fucking side. Your peripheral's in full lock, and then it goes from night to day on the wide on the house. I was like, fuck yeah, dude, this fucking guy.
And so I actually saw this on a YouTube video, but it makes a lot of sense. And then after rewatching it, so they keep showing the house from the outside, and the house is like a little house. It's this Victorian. It looks like super like crammed,
right?
And then when you get to the inside, it's the biggest house in the fucking world. Like there's a giant living room, big fucking stairs. There is a great scene in this movie where that overhead shot where she's like running through the house and it's just going through every room. Super great scene. And it even goes to like the floors, because there's on one side like you see the first floor, but then you see the second floor. And that scene is fucking amazing.
While following the distressed main character.
Exactly.
Right?
And then the score is making it creepy. So it's like visually this movie is pretty fucking impressive and amazing and beautiful and shit. But the fucking acting and story are fucking crazy.
The nerve of these people. See, okay, so that's the thing with this fucker you're saying, is that like you already know what the fuck to expect. But it's weird because it looks so fucking good.
Yeah.
Where an old shitty movie might have looked like ass, and you're just like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna laugh at these guys.
Well, that's the thing. And it's like, did this director just like say, fuck it? Like,
you lose it?
I don't know if he lost it. Maybe he was like, I've done this movie like 4 fucking times already, 5 fucking times already. Why don't I do it again and fucking go nuts so that I never have to make one of these again or something, you know, like make the worst one. Because I was baffled when I popped this on, because the acting was crazy, the dialogue was crazy, like the amount of shit that they throw at you right away, and it just seems so sloppy or in a storytelling way, but visually it looks really good. And I was just baffled by like the first 5-6 minutes of this movie. I was watching it like with my jaw dropped, being like, what is this? What's happening? And then like after like 5 minutes, then I was just like, there's no way this isn't on purpose. Like, this is a competent director. These are choices that were made. The acting is this bad because he wants the acting to be that bad. The dialogue is crazy. Like, they say some stupid fucking shit in this movie. Like, I wrote some of it down. It's good.
I gotta write this shit down. What the fuck did you just say?
What? It is crazy, dude. That opening scene where the husband is on the bed, like watching UFC or MMA on his phone.
Right.
Like right away, it's just like that scene it pops up because there's not a scene like that in movies.
No.
Where a guy's watching MMA on his bed, like on his phone. That's how I watch MMA, but that's not how it's presented in movies.
No.
So it's actually really true to the male, to the American male.
To all males.
We watch UFC while we play on our phones.
In bed.
In bed, fully clothed. Shoes on.
While
everything.
you come from work and you're bothering me.
Yeah, so then she's like, I don't know, he's just a dick for no reason.
Complete tool, dude.
And it's like a Lifetime movie or something.
Dude. You know what? That does feel that way now that you mention that shit.
And like he's just like getting mad at her for no reason. And then so here are some of the lines he says. She says, I need to get some rest. And he said, maybe you need to stop being pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, what? That was aggressive.
God,
that was
right.
aggressive.
Well, that's just a MMA douchebag.
What do you mean?
That's a typical MMA fan.
That's a fucking real Dustin Poirier right there. Just a fucking nothing. Fucking white hick boy.
Damn. Where was this movie?
I don't know. I didn't mean it.
Sorry, Dustin. I apologize for him.
Yeah, and then what else? He says, how many times do I have to watch my children die inside of you?
Oh, yes.
And it's just like, whew, dude.
Oh yeah.
We're just meeting these characters, and like this dialogue is crazy. He's saying some crazy shit, and all she did is come home pregnant and be like, like just a victim, and he's just saying the most awful things he can fucking say.
And that's the thing too, man, where you take it back on this Malignant shit where people lose it when they get fucking brain tumors, man. People just become erratic.
Yeah, but that's not what's happening.
No, I know. But it's just like,
That's what you thought, though.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, well, who the fuck's the killer here? Because obviously, yes, in the beginning, it gives away a lot. It's fucking weird that this dude, wrote this story, being the director that he is, and said, this is going to play.
He wrote this story, get this, with this woman, right? There's a woman in the credits that helped him write the story. That woman is a woman that he married in the year 2019 that has no prior writing fucking credits or anything.
Why would he do that?
I don't know. Maybe he was just like, you know what? You know how I'm going to get them to stop making horror? I'm going to get my new girlfriend to write. I'm just going to ask her what she would do if she made a scary movie, and I'm just going to make it. And I'm going to make it the best looking fucking shitty girlfriend idea ever.
Wow.
That's how much I love
you. He loves
girl.
it. He loves it. That's what that means.
I'll fucking make that shit. And guess what? I'll get fucking Universal. Universal.
Yeah.
One of the most well-known, prestigious fucking studios out there. I fucking wonder how Warner Brothers took this. They didn't know how to market it. They marketed this as a straight-up horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't I wasn't ready for this to be a cheese fucking awfulness room fucking movie. Right. I was expecting a fucking Insidious.
I can't imagine this in the theater because I did not watch it in the theater.
I would have loved to have gone to the movies and just gone insane in the movie theater.
Well, that's flip out.
Yeah, and if there was other people there too to see how they would be reacting to it.
Well, okay, so then I try to think about who would be the consumer on this time. When the fuck? September 10. Okay, so not too long ago.
Yeah,
right? We're in October. We're in the early days. Do you have a bunch of fucking what? Oh, no, but it's an art.
Yeah.
I was about to, you can't have 16-year-old fucking
No,
dudes.
it's gonna have to be young 20-year-olds that are taking their girlfriends to a scary movie, or I don't know, dudes that are into horror. The movie flopped. It was a big flop. It's only made 30 million worldwide, but it's still in the theater right as of when we're recording. It probably won't be by the time this is released, but it was in the theater. And yeah, I would fucking love to kind of go into the movie theater and actually sit pretty close to somebody and just watch the
react.
Yeah, will your average movie goer be able to sit through this?
Right.
Or maybe they will, man. They'll be like, that was fucking great. Right?
And that's the thing, man. Sometimes when you look into shit a little too much, you can't enjoy things for what they are sometimes, right? You're just breaking it fucking down and be like, wow, that was terrible. When someone's like, wow, that was the most magical shit I've ever seen.
Because also, I don't know, because, there was this period of time when the low budget horror movie kind of came back with Blumhouse and shit, making I don't know, the Bye Bye Man and Wish Upon and fucking these stupid little exorcist movies, Ouija.
Right.
There was just horror movie
I saw
after
one of those summer fucking blockbuster horror movies.
They're just super low budget, and they're campy like this, ridiculous. But they make them for a couple million. And, kids are going to go watch that shit. Yeah. This was that kind of movie, but just a really well-made one. There's I'm just going to make a fucking, I don't know, this fucking Ouija movie. Or there was this movie, The Gallows, that I watched. That it's awful, but I kind of enjoyed it. I don't know. It's
guilty pleasure.
Yeah. I sat through. I was watching it, being fuck, no one in this movie can act. But I watched the whole movie.
I really get off with that. With good shitty movies.
I'm learning a lot about myself during The Gallows.
This is really doing it.
Yeah, I wonder how Universal was just down with this. Was it just he made Aquaman? That's the last movie he made. that shit made over $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Universal was just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
Doesn't
We won't
matter.
even look at it. Why would we look at it? Not only did Aquaman make $1 billion, but you created the Saw franchise that's also made $1 billion. Created the Conjuring fucking series. There's like fucking 9 of those movies, dude. They're like, yeah, you just make franchises. You just make us a shitload of money. Go for it.
Right.
And he was just like, damn, they're going to let me do whatever I want. They're
Yeah.
not going to look. They're not going to look. I'm going to make the craziest fucking movie ever made.
So, do we know the budget for this fucking thing? Well, what is
It didn't, I couldn't see the budget on it. I saw that it grossed $32 million. Let me see if I could find it. Let's see. Budget of around $40 million.
Okay. Well, that's
So-
not bad. It kind of almost paid out for itself.
Yeah, who knows how many people watched it on HBO Max?
It
as
was
well.
mainly the money went for the cameras because fuck the actors. They were like, let's just go all out with production and not worry about paying these actors. They're unionized. They're good.
They gotta work for us. Let me see if I got any other crazy lines here.
But the movie does do that very well, where at the start of it, again, that first horror impact that hits you. Because, after the fight, or after the bullshit argument this dude was having with this girl, they kind of get into it, and he fucking bashes her head into a wall.
So dramatic.
Really extreme.
And it's just, dude, like, so unexpected. Like, first of all, he's just like, my babies keep dying instead of you stop being pregnant. Bam!
Oh, my God.
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
surprised it didn't knee her right in the fucking stomach. Ah, done with this baby. You know?
Fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
but-
would have been really bold there. Juan. Is it
But-
director's cut?
But I mean, either way, bashing a pregnant woman's fucking head into the wall, like hard,
Yeah.
like really
It breaks
hard.
the fucking. It's a Victorian home. That's
she fucking is all bleeding. It looks like she's like a nurse. Okay, you should know that if your head's bleeding, probably don't take a nap, bitch.
Yep.
She wakes up with like a bloody pillow and stuff, and she's like, it's like, yeah, go to the doctor, dude. Your head's bleeding. Your husband just bashed your head. Yeah, caught off guard by that. You sit through the movie. That's the thing. You're already like, fuck, this is so weird. There's cool shit in it. It looks cool. Cool deaths. Everything's weird about it. And then it doubles down.
Yeah.
And it doubles down hard.
Really hard, man. It's like you came this far. You made it
here's
this far.
your reward. Okay, so big twist in this movie is that this chick, she's just like seeing visions of murders.
Right.
Obviously, you'd think it's gonna be her.
Right.
And it does turn out to be her, and she gets arrested for it. That first like parkour scene with the backwards
Yeah.
fucking evil thing or whatever.
Right.
With Gabriel. As we will
You're
call
right.
it. That shit's awesome. All the backwards moving stuff. I thought that all looked really cool, really creepy. And then it's like all climbing around and doing backwards parkour. That's not easy to do.
Nope.
But then you find out that it's a twin. It's a twin,
Yeah, it's a
a
twin.
conjoined twin or something in the back of her head.
Right.
And then you see footage of this like little fucking
I don't think
body.
I don't think it's a twin. I think it's a cancer that developed a fucking
It's
life form. It mutated into a life form. I think.
I think no, it was her twin.
Really?
It was her twin. I'm pretty sure. Like it was a conjoined twin that would make her do evil stuff. It was an evil fucking twin, man. And then so you find out that she had it looked like a fucking toddler on her back. They had like little limbs, and it would make her do evil stuff. And so they just like cut it off in a pretty graphic scene where they're just like cutting it off of her head, and then they just like mush it in there and close her head back up. So when the husband bashed her head into the fucking wall, it kind of like woke it up. And then you find out that he was, because she's had like 4 miscarriages, that he was like eating the babies or whatever. He was like fucking taking their energy or whatever. I don't know. Pretty dark shit. You find out that it's a conjoined twin or something, or I don't know, Siamese. Are they Siamese?
Okay, well, let's say, yeah, for sure, it did all that shit. The parts that were cool were those death parts, because you're definitely seeing the first person, but not really, because she's observing the entire room. It's not like you're carrying the story through Gabriel's eyes or whatever.
Right. Ooh, you know what shot I really liked in that? When he's gonna kill the old man in the bed and she's sleeping, and then the camera just kind of turns and she's like in the bed with him.
Yep.
Fucking cool, dude.
Sick ass shit. Really cool, creative shit as fuck, for sure. But yeah, it just does not know what it's doing.
And that's kind of the same. That's like the poster, right? Because her head, it's like laying down, her face is red and shit. I was like, oh, that's the poster.
Nice.
So what did you think? She's in jail and that thing just she rips it out of the back of her head.
I started laughing. I laughed my ass off when that happened. I was just like, fuck.
Dude, like, what's happening? And then he just fucking starts murdering everybody.
Yeah, okay. It goes John Wick.
Yes,
fucking everything.
Backwards John Wick. That's Tenet and John Wick at the same time.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
And fucking...
Because at first it's really personal. No weapons, like what, maybe a knife or a shiv, some fucking...
In that jail cell,
yeah,
she's got nothing. She's just fucking breaking these bitches.
Just dismembering them, breaking them, doing everything.
And did you catch Zoe Bell in there, the actress from like all the Tarantino movies?
Yeah.
She was from Death Proof.
Yeah, from Hateful Eight.
She had like a mohawk, or she's the last one she kills. She's like mushing her eyeballs.
It's dope that she went for it. Fuck yeah, do that.
And then after that, she escapes and then goes into the evidence rooms, gets her fucking pimp fucking coat back and her weapon. And then what did you think of that fucking like Matrix-esque fucking scene where she just kills an entire police precinct?
Yeah, it was like Matrix 3 with John Wick.
Super cool looking, and then but the cops, it's kind of ridiculous because there's so many cops and they're all shooting at her and nobody's hitting her.
Like they're all shooting every single one of these.
Yeah, and she like fucking kills them all in a pretty awesome scene. She has a shotgun, and then she's just like fucking them all up, slicing and dicing. And then like the two main cops that you're following in this movie, they're like, call for backup. It's like, dude, she killed her. There's no backup.
You're literally at the station, fucker.
She killed everybody. And she's like, send the National Guard. And it's like, so it's such cheese or whatever. She's like, we need backup. Send the National Guard. It's like, what? Can you make that one?
Yeah, can you? Fuck.
But yeah, the movie goes crazy. And yeah, I was just blown away by it, to be honest.
It definitely gets fucking wild, especially during that scene. The thing about it, though, is that since it's the death scenes and the close-ups, I'm sure it wasn't made for 3D or anything, but there's a lot of like really close up, in your face, gunshot or stabbing. It goes through the fucking jaw, out the head.
Yeah.
All that type of shit is really dope, but it's like, fuck. What does it have to be in the middle of some shit like this, you know?
Right.
Because it is good. It's really good.
It's very good. But I'm pretty baffled that I was like, but why'd you do this? Why did you do this?
I'm looking at this girl, Ingrid here. Is that the writer? What's her name? Ingrid Bisu?
Yeah. So it's his wife.
That's his wife.
He married her like 2 years ago.
Okay, yeah. You need to go on Google real quick and tell me if you would make a fucking movie for this broad. Look at her.
Take it easy.
Look at her. You're gonna make a movie, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Here you go.
No, yeah, you're right. She's pretty adorable. And she's like a terrible actress. She's one of the standout terrible actress is in this movie. But at the same time, she's like super cute. So you're like, all right.
Mm-hmm. She plays what? What does she play in this fucking movie?
She's like the forensic. I don't know. She's like the dopey. Like I don't know if she gathers the evidence or whatever.
Oh,
she's like always says stupid things.
Oh yeah, and there's like a little love interest in the middle of this fucking movie too. It's like it is a Lifetime movie, bro. What the fuck's going on?
That's what I'm telling you. It's so obviously like ridiculous that it's just like I can't believe Universal allowed it.
But like you say, they probably didn't even bat an eye. They just said yes, fuck it.
Yeah.
Make your money back.
I'm pretty sure after this one, they might be like, all right, okay, we're not letting your girlfriend come up with these anymore, okay? We gave it a shot. We let you make your girlfriend's movie. Enough. Go make Aquaman 2.
Hurry up. Trailers are out, fucker. You get it done.
Yeah, but I kind of wish I had seen this in the movie. I wish I had waited because that was my initial plan. Like I was like, I am not gonna watch this on HBO Max. I want to go see it in the movie theater. But then I read that bad review to it, and then someone just told me that like they couldn't get through the first 5 minutes of it.
Wow.
And then I was like, oh shit, like, okay, fuck it. Let me see the first 5 minutes or whatever. And then I started watching and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Dude, I can't imagine. I would be really upset. If we had gone together, bro, I would tell you, hey, bro, what the fuck? What's going on here? I'll sit through Spanish Shazam, all right? I'll let you
have fucked up before. Not this bad.
This is a grave error, dude. This is fucking insane.
But imagine how we would have reacted, or we sit through all that, and then cop fucking scene at the end of the movie. Like, we would have been just like, what? Like, what is happening?
The thing there, too, it's not a short movie.
No. See, that's another thing. This should have been like an hour and a half or so. 80 minutes. Yeah, dude. Like, condense this shit.
So we would have had to go a minimum of hour and a half to get that fucking police scene.
Yeah. Exactly. That happens in the last like
10, 15,
25, 30 minutes, baby. But you sit through an hour 10 of a movie. I mean, I say it's worth it. I say the payoff is worth it. You sit through that and then you get to the conclusion of the movie, which is just like, what the fuck
bad shit
going on, man?
Insane.
And there's terrible acting throughout it. And cheesy ass dialogue.
Super cheese.
And it's just like, holy crap, I can't believe it. I can't believe this is where this movie went. This is how it ended. I don't know. It might be this guy is such a fucking G that he's just like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna make something crazy. It'll be genius in its own right. The fact that I was allowed to do this is kind of just genius in a ways. It's like everybody that goes sees this is gonna be expecting a certain kind of movie,
right?
And I'm just gonna fuck them in the face. It's crazy, so ballsy. I kind of like, you gotta respect it, man. You gotta respect that he did that, man.
Yeah, but that's the crazy part. Is like, dude, he has these fucking. I mean, okay, yeah, the later Saws got crazy. So
he only directed the first one.
Okay, so then he created with the fucking franchise that blew up like a savage.
Exactly.
He's responsible for some real shit. And you're right. It's to be like, what the fuck? And even given that, let's say to your general consumer, right? I watched this movie with my girl. She doesn't watch horror movies because she's scared of them, right? And so we're watching this fucking movie, obviously the first part of the thing. And it's funny because, you know, just like how we're waiting to see, like if we were to watch in the theater, you know, we'd be observing people, see how they act. I'm over here looking at her like, are you watching this?
Are you okay with this?
But I couldn't just be that way because then I steal from the experience of watching the movie, right? So I'm just kind of like, fuck. So at the end, when everything, dude, that last scene where so the mom had lied to them the whole time or whatever, that last scene with the sister and it blows her brains out.
Oh,
I was like,
I was like,
yeah.
you just got rid of the cutest girl in the movie, and I'm sad. All right, she was pretty hot. Okay,
I just thought this shit was just gonna destroy everything, just kill everyone and fuck it. And I was like, dude, when that trigger pulled, I was like, holy shit, because they show everything, right?
Yeah,
she's on a wall, she's under a bed, right, and fucking pulls the trigger. I was like, oh fuck, like super personal, this fucking thing.
Yeah. But then whatever, it's a fake out.
Yeah.
But then the dialogue right there is just so insane.
Yeah.
Where she's just like, I always wanted a blood, like whatever. And it's just like, I can't believe what she's saying. I can't believe how she's acting. This is crazy. Like straight Lifetime, like shit level story and acting.
and horror and death and murder
and fucking beautiful fucking shots, score, and fucking like tense and scary stuff. Really well choreographed action sequences. I don't know.
I'm so confused.
Exactly. It's a straight up like, is this like fucking other level fucking amazing?
It's so abstract. It's so good.
Or is it trash? I don't know. It's not trash because visually it looks amazing.
Right. And back to this review here. I'm not going to shout out this person or whatever, but that's
Fuck
what they're
you,
saying.
Fuck you, dude.
And it's like, oh, this Juan delivered one of the most entertaining movies of the year. Like, first of all, what's come out this year, right? Chill the fuck out, okay?
By default.
Yeah.
He's right though.
Yeah.
Like this movie is definitely like, I can't fathom it.
And we got was it this year? I'm sure it was, right? Conjuring.
Yeah,
Conjuring came out
Conjuring
this
3.
year. So that bar is pretty elevated. Conjuring movies are typically pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
This one wasn't the best one, but it still has some
but
good stuff.
it was still fine. It was an adequate Conjuring movie. It only made $39 million. Candyman, did you watch Candyman?
I want to, dude. I haven't seen it though. I heard it was pretty. It got a bunch of good shit. And again, when I say good shit, I'm only subscribed to RT and IMDb on Instagram, so they just put like the number.
Right.
I don't go into read. I've kind of stopped doing that shit to like read shit about the movie. I'm just saying, fuck it. Let's go blind from now on.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And that's how I went into this one, which kind of fucked me because I saw the horror shit and the cool visual. I was like, at minimum, I get to watch it at home, really clean, and it looks dope. And I can set up the shit. And I just recently got those the lights that go in the back of your TV.
Oh, sick.
Dude, it's the shit.
I need to do that.
They're really cool. It definitely adds to it, so I was excited for that, but again, I was just looking at my girl like, fuck, dude.
You're gonna take this shit?
And purposely now I always watch even more so because of the baby. Subtitles for sure.
Okay.
Watch movies so you hear like you read the dialogue and shit, and it's just like, what is shit?
I gotta say though, I don't like the fucking subtitles on HBO Max. They're awful, dude. I don't know how you feel about it.
Well, I haven't seen too many on there. Just this one and probably.
Yeah, well, this one, because I was watching it late last night too, and I didn't want to be too loud, so I was watching it subtitles. It's like those subtitles that kind of lag, and then sometimes it won't say like the whole thing. It'll just kind of like shorten it. I don't like those kind of subtitles. I need the real subtitles, please. And they're also like big with the black border.
Yeah.
Get your HBO Max.
What the fuck?
Come on, man. Get your subtitles right. Look at what, I hate to say it, Netflix has very good subtitles. Get your shit together.
I'll tell you this, they need to work on that Korean sub though.
Hey, what?
You see, everyone's talking about it, but Squid Game, you watched Squid Game yet?
No, I don't know what that is.
Okay, so there's a Netflix show that's about Korean fucking people getting murdered to play a kids game.
What?
So it's pretty wild. It's just basically, think of like the Parasite level of the family in that desperate setting, and then you get offered tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars. All you got to do is play hopscotch or something.
So you've been watching this?
I finished it.
Okay. Well, let's wrap this up. Maybe we'll talk about that in our next episode.
For sure.
But yeah, like I said, the movie has a surprising 76% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's pretty crazy, right?
That is insane.
Like, that's high. That's very high. 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb. Let me check the audience score. There's no way the audience score is good on this fucking thing. Or does the audience love it? What do you think, Bono?
I think they're at an 8.
No, 52.
Okay, that's not good.
It's higher than I expected, to be honest. 76% Rotten Tomatoes. Anyway, by the time this comes out, I'm sure it will be out of HBO Max. But the cool thing about that is that it does eventually come back like a couple months later or something. Or you could be a hardcore guy. You're a hardcore fan like me. Go out there, get the fucking Blu-ray when it comes out. I would say if you're a horror fan, check it out. It sucks now that, if you're listening to this and haven't seen the movie, it's been pretty fucking spoiled for you. But watching this movie without really knowing what it is about has to be a fucking crazy experience.
Honestly, we didn't even... Okay, you only gave like 2 lines. There are so many lines in this movie.
Oh my God,
there's so many scenes. Again, an hour and 51 minutes of a fucking shitty 1960 roller coaster ride that you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. So watch it either way, knowing what you've listened to today, and you'll still be like, what the fuck? I don't think anyone could explain it enough for one person to understand what the fuck is going on in that movie.
It is definitely fucking entertaining to watch. Lil watched this movie and she was just like furious. She called, like, we were on the phone. She was like, I need to fucking talk to you about Malignant. Have you watched it? And I was like, no, I haven't seen it yet. And she was just like, oh my God, I fucking hated it. And I was just like, you watched the whole thing? She's like, I watched all of it. I was like, I can't believe. I was like proud of her. I was like, you sat through it?
That's dope.
That's crazy, because I would never would have thought.
Trust me,
she would have sat through this movie. But that's how fucking outrageous it is that it'll make somebody just who's hating it,
dude,
watch it.
Trust me, it's me watching any Affleck fucking
performance. Oh my God,
it's hate watch.
No,
you're watching that, just sitting there like, fuck.
I hate how good he is.
Hurry up.
Oh my God, AJ. Get at it. We love Armageddon, you know it. It's his best performance.
Harry!
Exactly, dude. He fucking sells it. He gives it his all, dude. Those are real tears and you know it, dude.
He went for it. I'll give him that.
Anyway, let's wrap this up. Again, I think we both recommend this film. All right, so what would you give it out of 10?
I would give it a 6 at that.
You're right.
Visually, and fuck it, I'll give it that, dude.
Visually, you can say by like visuals and how like the movie's made. Mm-hmm. It's probably like an 8. The story's like a fucking 4. It's yeah, right.
The violence gives it a 2. We're stuck at 6.
Yeah, we're at 6 on this one. That'll wrap it up for this episode. Make sure you follow us on the social media, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Listen to the other shows on the networks, Salinas Underground Podcast, the 831 Comadres for all you ladies out there.
The Nakama, man.
The Nakama boys out there doing the Lord's work, putting out those animes, those anime reviews.
We still got to talk Demon Slayer, man. We got to collab on that one.
We'll figure it out, maybe. And then there's a new podcast, Stay Low podcast, sports podcast. If you like sports, go ahead and listen to that.
Whoa, that's what's up. Cool.
Yeah. So the network's expanding. The shows are coming. And I know we took a little bit of a break there, but we're coming back hard. We're going to get these episodes out. Alrighty. Signing off. Say goodbye, Bono.
See you later, guys.
Sayonara, Sammy.
The Electro and Bono Movie Power